The warning came from the most unlikely source, the Thranks, a species the Vorten Empire had conquered 60 years prior. Ambassador Kreth stood before Emperor Vortanes, mandibles clicking nervously. "Your Majesty, please reconsider the invasion of the human systems," Kreth pleaded. "I have studied them extensively. They are not like other species." Vortanes laughed, his crimson scales gleaming under the throne room lights. "You dare question the Empire? We have conquered 200 worlds. These humans have barely left their own solar system. They possess no plasma weapons, no quantum shields, no hive mind coordination. That's not what makes them dangerous," Kreth insisted, his voice desperate. "Your Majesty, humans are persistence predators. On their death world, they didn't evolve to be the strongest or fastest. They evolved to never give up. They hunted prey by following it for days until it collapsed from exhaustion." The Emperor's War Council erupted in laughter. "They have a saying," Kreth continued, ignoring the mockery. "Speak softly and carry a big stick. They appear peaceful, but—" "Enough!" Vortanes roared. "You were conquered because you were weak. These humans will be the same. We attack at dawn." Kreth bowed, his final words barely a whisper. "Then the Empire is already dead." The invasion began with textbook precision. Vorten fleets jumped into the human solar system, broadcasting surrender demands. They expected quick capitulation, as was tradition. Instead, they got silence. Then violence. The humans had no advanced shields, so they didn't stand and fight. They scattered like prey, exactly as Kreth had warned, and the Vortens pursued, confident in their superiority. That's when the trap closed. Human ships weren't fleeing. They were leading the Vortens into weapons range of every asteroid base, defense satellite, and hidden railgun platform in the system. The humans had turned their entire solar system into a killbox. But the real horror came after the initial losses. The Empire had expected surrender. Instead, humanity mobilized. Every human colony, every station, every settlement became a fortress. Civilians learned to fight. Scientists became weapons designers. The humans didn't have quantum shields, so they invented ablative armor that was cheaper and faster to produce. They didn't have plasma weapons, so they used kinetic rounds that punched through Vorten shields like tissue paper. "They're using nuclear weapons on their own colonies to deny us resources," a Vorten general reported in disbelief. "They're ramming damaged ships into our capital vessels," another screamed. Emperor Vortanes watched his fleet dwindle with growing horror. "How is this possible? They're primitives." Kreth appeared on his view screen, broadcasting from a human vessel. "I tried to warn you, Your Majesty. Humans don't fight like civilized species. They fight like cornered animals, with everything they have, sacrificing everything to survive. You thought their lack of advanced technology made them weak. It made them creative." On screen, human engineers were shown weaponizing everything. Asteroids became kinetic bombardment weapons, solar radiation became directed energy beams, even their own atmosphere became weaponized when they lured Vorten ground forces into carefully engineered viral plagues. "They've only been in space for 200 years, Kreth continued, but they've been fighting each other for 10,000. They know war better than any species in the galaxy because they've perfected it against themselves." The final blow came when human hackers, a concept the Vortens didn't even have, infiltrated the Imperial command network. Within hours, Vorten ships were firing on each other, defense systems collapsed, and supply lines dissolved into chaos. Emperor Vortanes fled to his homeworld, only to find human ships already in orbit. They'd somehow traveled faster than his own fleet by using dangerous unstable wormholes that would kill most species. A transmission came through. A human admiral, looking exhausted but utterly determined. "Emperor Vortanes, we're going to teach you a very human concept, proportional response. You came to conquer. We came to ensure you never threaten anyone again. The Vorten Empire fell in 6 months. Not conquered, dismantled. Every occupied world was liberated. Every war fleet was destroyed. The Vortens were left with their homeworld and a single message: never again. Krith addressed the Galactic Assembly afterward, his warning now legend. The humans have a saying: do not mistake kindness for weakness. The Empire learned this too late. Learn from their mistake. No empire has threatened humanity since.